Have you ever been trapped in a loop of endless thoughts, worrying about the past, the future, and what others think? Do you have the habit of questioning every decision you make, doubting every action you take, and replaying every conversation in your mind? Well, my friends, these are the signs of overthinking. Overthinking can be exhausting, but one profound lesson could change everything. Let's dive into this captivating story of a man who discovered the secret to freeing his mind of overthinking from a monk. Before we begin, take a moment to like, share, and subscribe for more motivational content every week. Now let's dive right into the story. In a bustling city, there lived a man named Rohan. He was known for his intelligence and a meticulous nature. But behind his image of a sharp mind lay a man battling the silent torment of overthinking. Rohan had the habit of questioning every decision he made, doubting every action he took, and replaying every conversation in his mind. He would sit in his office, staring at the computer screen, but his mind would be somewhere else. Did I say the right thing to my boss yesterday? What if my colleague misunderstood me? What will my parents think if I fail in this project? These thoughts consumed him every day. Even the smallest things became mountains in his mind. If someone hurt his feelings, he would replay the incident for days, analyzing every word, every gesture. He would lie awake at night, staring at the ceiling, his mind racing with what ifs and should haves. Slowly, his mental health began to deteriorate. He lost focus at work, his productivity reduced, and he started making mistakes. He felt drained, unable to enjoy life, unable to sleep, unable to take decisions. His friends noticed the change in him. Among them was Aman, his closest friend. One evening, Aman sat with Rohan in a park and said, "Rohan, I've been watching you and I can see you're struggling. You're not the same person anymore. Your mind seems trapped in a storm of thoughts." Rohan sighed deeply. "I can't help it, Aman. I don't know how to stop. My mind just doesn't rest." Aman placed a reassuring hand on Rohan's shoulder and said, "I know someone who might be able to help you. There's a monk who lives in the temple near the old banyan tree. He has helped many people with their struggles. You should talk to him." Initially hesitant, Rohan decided to give it a try. The next morning, he made his way to the serene temple, surrounded by lush greenery. As he entered, the calm atmosphere seemed to slow down his racing mind, even if just for a moment. He found the monk meditating. Bowing respectfully, Rohan introduced himself and poured out all his troubles. He spoke about his overthinking, his inability to make decisions, his sleepless nights, and how he felt like a prisoner of his own mind. The monk listened patiently, nodding gently, without interrupting. When Rohan finished, the monk smiled and said, "Wait here." Then, without another word, he got up and went inside. Rohan sat there, puzzled. Minutes felt like hours as he waited, his overthinking mind wondering what the monk was doing. Did he not understand my problem? Is he ignoring me? What if he thinks I am weak? As usual, his mind started overthinking. A few minutes later, the monk returned with a glass of water in his hand. He handed it to Rohan. "Hold this," he said. Rohan took the glass and waited. The monk asked, "How heavy does it feel?" Rohan looked at it. "Not much, maybe 200 grams. It's light." The monk smiled. "Good. Now hold it a little longer." Rohan nodded, still puzzled, but remained quiet. Minutes passed. The monk watched him silently. Then he asked, "Is it still easy to hold?" Rohan shifted slightly. "To be honest, my arm's getting a bit tired now." The monk sat beside him, his voice calm yet piercing. "You see, Rohan, the actual weight of the glass never changed. The absolute weight of the glass doesn't matter. What matters is how long you hold it. If you hold it for a minute, it's easy. If you hold it for an hour, your arm will ache. If you hold it for a day, your arm will feel paralyzed. In each case, the weight of the glass remains the same, but the longer you hold it, the heavier it feels." Rohan nodded, still unsure where this was going. The monk continued, "Your thoughts are like this glass of water. A little worry, a small doubt, or a painful memory. Holding it for a short time is okay. It's human. If you think about them for a moment, nothing happens. If you think about them for an hour, they begin to hurt. And if you hold on to them for days, weeks, or months, they paralyze you. The longer you hold on to your thoughts, the more they weigh you down, draining your mental and physical energy." Rohan stared at the glass in his hand, realization dawning upon him. The monk added, "The key is to learn to put the glass down. Acknowledge your thoughts, but don't hold on to them. Let them come and go, like clouds passing through the sky. You cannot control the clouds, but you can choose not to let them block your sunshine." Rohan sat there, stunned by the simplicity of the monk's words. For the first time in a long while, he felt a glimmer of hope. Rohan looked down at the glass, his hand now aching slightly. Slowly, he placed it down on the ground. The monk nodded approvingly. "Exactly. Put the glass down. Let go of what no longer serves you. Your peace doesn't depend on the absence of thoughts, but on the ability to release the ones that weigh you down." Rohan felt something shift inside him. It wasn't magic. It wasn't a sudden cure. But it was a beginning, a small moment of clarity that his mind desperately needed. Then the monk leaned in gently and said, "Let me guide you on how to begin." He shared a few simple practices Rohan could follow daily. Every morning, when you wake up, before touching your phone or rushing into the day, sit quietly, just for 5 minutes. Breathe deeply. Focus on your breath. It will help your mind settle. Rohan nodded attentively. "Write your thoughts down," the monk continued. "When your mind is full, let it pour out onto a paper. Sometimes you just need to empty the cup." "Practice acceptance," he added. "Not everything requires a solution. Not every thought needs to be fought. Some just need to be seen and let go." And most importantly, the monk said with a smile, "Learn to be in the present. Overthinking is your mind trying to live in the past or control the future. But peace only lives in the now." Over time, Rohan practiced these techniques diligently. Then, slowly but surely, he learned to let go of his habit of overthinking. He started making decisions without doubting himself. He could now focus on his work. He slept better at night and found joy in the present moment. He started to lead a peaceful, happy, and successful life. Friends, this story teaches us a profound lesson. Overthinking is like holding on to a glass of water for too long. The weight of your thoughts doesn't change, but the longer you cling to them, the more they hurt you. It's essential to acknowledge your thoughts, address what you can, and let go of what you cannot control. Life is too short to be spent worrying about things beyond your control. By letting go of unnecessary thoughts, you can create space for peace, clarity, and happiness. Learn to put the glass down, and you'll discover the freedom to live a fulfilling life. Friends, if this story touched your heart, take a moment today to put your own glass down. Let go of one thought that's been weighing you down. And if you're ready to create more peace in your life, like this video, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe for more motivational stories that heal, inspire, and awaken your spirit. Tell us in the comments below, what's one thought you're ready to let go of today? Your journey to peace begins with a single step.